Hello everyone, this is Relative Security, and today we're going to talk about two more controls. One is incident response management and the other one is penetration testing. So let's talk about incident response management. We'll just directly talk about the criticality of this control, and let's talk about whack-a-mole pattern. So the whack-a-mole pattern refers to a situation where security teams address one cybersecurity issue only to find another one popping up elsewhere shortly afterward. Resembling the arcade game where players try to hit moles as they randomly appear. This pattern indicates a reactive approach to cybersecurity, where incidents are handled as they occur without addressing underlying vulnerabilities or systematic weaknesses. As a result, As a result, organizations struggle to effectively manage their cybersecurity risks, leading to a continuous cycle of incidents and reactive response, which obviously leads to the increasing dwell times as well. The increasing dwell times refers to the duration between the initial compromise of a system and the detection of a security incident. Longer dwell times allow attackers to maintain a presence within the network, exfiltrate data, and carry out malicious activities without being detected. This prolonged exposure increases the likelihood of significant damage and data loss, as well as complexity of incident response efforts once the breach is discovered. To address these challenges, organizations need to establish a robust incident response program along with the incident response plan. An incident response program encompasses the overarching strategy, policies, and procedures for effectively detecting, responding to, and recovering from security incidents. It involves proactive measures such as continuous monitoring, threat intelligence analysis, and regular assessments to identify and mitigate potential threats before they escalate into incidents. Using the IR program, organizations can shift from a reactive to proactive approach to cybersecurity, reducing the likelihood of the whack-a-mole pattern. The incident response plan outlines the specific steps and actions to be taken in response to a security incident, including roles and responsibilities, communication protocols, containment strategies, and recovery procedures. Having a well-defined IR plan enables organizations to respond swiftly and effectively to security incidents, minimizing the impact on operations and reducing dwell times. It allows for a coordinated and structured approach to incident handling, enabling security teams to contain and mitigate threats in a timely manner. Let's talk a little bit about the activities that can be done under this control. First of all, assigning an incident handling POC is a very critical activity that should be done. Not only that a single POC should be assigned, in fact, a backup should be provided as well to manage the incident handling within the organization for effective response and recovery efforts. These personnel serve as the point of contact for overseeing incident response activities, coordinating internal and external resources, and documenting the incident handling process. A regular review of these designations ensures readiness and adaptability to organizational changes, ensuring a swift and coordinated response to security incidents. So, you have assigned the POC, but reporting the incidents and then the communication plan is also very critical. When you are maintaining an up-to-date contact information for relevant stakeholders and you are establishing clear communication channels, both of these things are essential components of an effective incident response strategy. Organizations should establish and maintain contact information for internal staff, third-party vendors, law enforcement, cyber insurance providers, and other stakeholders involved in the incident response efforts. Developing and maintaining a standardized processes for reporting security incidents ensures timely, accurate reporting and enhancing incident response efficiency. The next is the incident response process and routine exercises. So, developing and maintaining a structured incident response process is paramount for effectively managing security incidents. This process should delineate roles, responsibilities, compliance requirements, and communication protocols to guide incident response activities. Conducting routine incident response exercises involves key personnel allows organizations to simulate real-world scenarios, test communication channels, and evaluate response effectiveness. When it comes to roles and responsibilities, defining and assigning key roles and responsibilities for incident response ensures clarity and effectiveness in managing the security incidents. These roles may encompass legal, IT information security, facilities, public relations, human resources, incident responders, and analysts. Depending on the nature and severity of the incident, regular review of the assigned roles and responsibilities ensures that personnel are adequately trained and prepared to fulfill their duties during incident response activities. Last but not the least, post incident reviews, which is more of identifying lessons learned and implementing necessary improvements to prevent recurrence of incidents. These reviews analyze the effectiveness of the incident response efforts, identify areas for improvement, and guide enhancements in incident response capabilities. Next is penetration testing. This is to identify, classify, securely handle, retain, and dispose of. So, this is penetration testing. Penetration tests are conducted to assess the security of a system or network by simulating real world attacks. The primary purpose is to identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses in the organization's defenses that could be exploited by malicious actors. By mimicking the techniques used by hackers, penetration tests provide valuable insights into the effectiveness of existing security controls and help organizations prioritize remediation efforts to strengthen their overall security posture. So, why independent penetration testing? It is conducted by external security experts who are not affiliated with the organization being tested, offers several advantages. Firstly, it provides an unbiased assessment of security vulnerabilities free from the internal biases or conflicts of interest. Additionally, independent testers bring a fresh perspective and specialized expertise to the assessment, uncovering vulnerabilities that may have been overlooked by internal teams. Moreover, independent penetration testing can enhance transparency and credibility as the results are validated by a trusted third party. There's one thing that should be clarified before we move further, that what's the difference between the penetration testing and vulnerability testing? While both aim to identify security weaknesses, they differ in the scope and methodology. Vulnerability testing focuses on identifying known vulnerabilities in systems or applications, typically through automated scans or assessments. On the other hand, penetration testing goes beyond identifying vulnerabilities to actively exploiting them, simulating real world attack scenarios to assess the effectiveness of the defensive measures. Penetration testing involves manual testing, social engineering, and other advanced techniques to uncover potential security gaps that automated vulnerability scanning may miss. So where does this red team comes in? Red team exercises which simulate sophisticated cyber attacks against an organization's infrastructure complement traditional penetration testing by providing a more comprehensive assessment of the security readiness. Penetration testing is critical because it helps organizations validate the effectiveness of their security controls and identify areas for improvement. Red team exercises, which often involve a combination of penetration testing, social engineering, and physical security assessments, Allow organizations to evaluate their ability to detect, respond, and recover from advanced cyber threats. So, what are the different things that should be done under the penetration testing? You need to have a penetration testing program where you have a clear scope, mission objectives on what exactly you want to achieve using this service of penetration testing. When your environment should be periodically tested, it could be internal, it could be external, white white box, black box, or the gray box testing. Be it any one of them, but it should be done periodically. Once penetration testing has been done and the report has been shared, it is very important that those findings are understood and some remediation efforts are carried against those identified vulnerabilities or findings. And then once those remedial measures have been put in place, those security measures, those controls should be validated by performing a second go of the penetration testing against the same environment. This will validate that the mitigation measures that have been put in place after finding the report, after finding the exploitable vulnerabilities in the environment. I hope this was helpful. The whole series has been completed. We have covered all the critical information security controls. If there was any question or any confusion, please feel free to comment below in the video or any other video that you are watching, and we'll be replying back as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Take care.